I'm trying to do an update and having problems with my phone as usual to record. Anyway, it's like, it's only been a few days and it feels like it's been a week since I last updated this. So many. Anyway, like one of them is working on my 26-year-old minivan that, I thought the fuel pump failed. I spent half a day doing a little diagnostics, in the hopes that it's not the fuel pump. In the process, proving that it is the fuel pump. Dang it. Means dropping the fuel tank or maybe getting desperate. I've seen some videos where some guys just cut a hole in their floor of their minivan. Looked kind of dangerous there. Oh well, there's that, and then there's ever since the pandemic, because of all mandates and lockdowns and social media kicking people off and censoring and everything if they challenge the official narrative. Well, somehow that resulted in a lot of us who were being targeted for that. Once we were allowed back into a social media forum, we somehow, how the system automatically you'll see posts from other people. Anyway, so the people, so I met some people in other countries. Well, one of them is in a country, a British Empire country, that has legalized assisted, I can't say it because I'll get blocked. It's like YouTube, if you use this S word, you'll get blocked or whatever, even taken out, or what. Anyway, she posted a message on the Facebook system that she was just tired of her lifelong cancers and treatments that don't work or never, actually made things worse for her. And anyway, she indicated that she was going to pay a visit to one of those euthanasia clinics that her country has. And a lot of us respond. There were a lot of people that, oh no, keep dealing with your lifelong anguish and pain. And she's also, lost limbs because of her. She's not as old as I am, but she's not a young woman. It's, in other words, it's life, it's a terrible thing to be that way for most of your life. It's like, anyway, so a lot of people are saying, oh no, you got to keep on, Anyway, and then I posted a story about one of my grandmothers who worked in a cancer treatment. She did a career in a cancer treatment center, working there, and then she got cancer, and I explained how she dealt with it and how she finally just basically flipped the bird to the medical institution, and she went out her own way. This was in California. And so I basically say, you got to do what you got to do. It's your life. It's, But anyway, haven't heard anything, you know. So I have to assume the worst. Well, I guess the worst for those of us living, but I don't know. Then we move on to the person I'm building this kit for. The new projected due date came and went, and she's still pregnant and even more anxious and anxiety ridden now because they're back to the original due date prediction. Anyway, which gives me a little more time, and I've been painting, doing some painting. Got enough work done to get some painting done, and then doing the... Oh, yeah. So, one of the problems of painting... So, I wanted to paint gloss black on certain parts because I'm going to use a silver chrome. Oh, there's a little glitch in there, so I got to sand it down. And anyway, I'm going to use this, shiny silver on there. And I was painting and I'm going to spray, shiny silver chrome like paint on the wheels. So I'm painting, and even while I'm spray painting, I'm telling myself, I think this is the wrong black. And I was like, no, I got the right. And then it dried, and it dried flat. Dried flat like this. And I was like, sure enough, I had grabbed the black primer instead of the gloss. And anyway, I didn't want to listen to myself because I felt for sure I grabbed the right one, the right paint. And then, was that something else? Oh, yeah, something else. So I was trying to do I was going to do like a flame flare, but I was going to have a yellow and then red or whatever. And then here's the yellow. And it wasn't working properly. I cleaned the nozzle twice. Both times when I took the nozzle off, it was filled with gunk. And then I looked inside the second time. Look at that. So this is... Oh, I can't get it out? Look at this. That's the dried gunk that was coming out of this can. Every time I hit the spray nozzle, it would fill the nozzle full of this stuff. So I don't know what happened to the paint. It is an old can. Yeah, as most of my spray paint. Anyway, so something's going on with the paint in here. When it comes out, it's glooping up in there. Anyway, good thing I have a bunch of different yellow. Anyway, so then I spray painting this guy, this lady, and I had to shut her up. She just wouldn't shut up. Anyway, no. Anyway, oh, and then here's something else. That's not, oopsie doodle. I'm still convinced the person who made this kit was, I don't know the word. Anyway, so I had this food container, and this is a really sturdy food container. And it's the recycling number that our local recycler cannot handle, number 5. It's made in Canada. Oh my God, right next door. But this box is this food box. It was a grocery deli food box. It's so sturdy that I said, I could use this. Anyway, so I discovered I still need to put this drive shaft axle thing together. Oh my, I need my glasses. Okay, now I can see. Well, I can see close up. Now I can't see. Ow, I can't see the tabletop. It's hurting. Oh, and then I have to show you a problem I discovered while going over the instructions and looking over the parts as I was putting parts into that box, and then I was like, something's wrong here. Anyway, so we'll get to that. Maybe. What's the time limit? Oh, I gotta hurry. Dang. I gotta hurry again. So this is the drive shaft and the axle. Put that down there. Wipe the excess glue on my pants, because that's what your pants are for. Okay, let's find the part. Let's see. No, it's not in there. Let's grab this instructions here. Alrighty then. Oh, here's the part right here. Oh, and you'll see that this part in a previous episode, which I assumed was a piece of extraneous screwgate, because I had gone over the instructions, and there is nothing in these instructions that shows this part. Nowhere in this piece of paper is this part demonstrated. And my initial thought was this was the front axle, but no, look at this. Right here, it says front axle, and it shows the straight thing, and here's the straight thing. Here's the straight thing. This is not the front axle, but it says front axle. And here's the location. Anyway, so I put the location. Here's the location. So I put this on here, and I said, wait, this cannot be the front axle. It is too far back. And what's that hole right there? And I was like, this is not right. But look, even down here, shows the front wheels hooked onto this straight bar, which the wheels, this straight bar is not round. It's, the one side is flat. And then I looked at the box art, and I don't know why he's named Art, but anyway, if you look at look how far forward the axle and the front wheels are. Not at all where the instructions say the front axle is. And then I got this part back. I said, maybe this is a front axle. Because if you look in there, anyway, so I said, yep, it fits on there. Perfect. It's supposed to be on there. And then the wheels. Can I take the wheel off? Oops. This is the one that flexes for some reason. I don't know why this one. Let me get the other one. Oops. There we go. And we put it on there. Perfect. Yet the instructions say this thing is the front axle. So what is this thing? This thing is going to be the footrest. Whoops. See, when you put the hag on her seat, which I'm starting to wonder if that seat is too far, is not. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to be back far enough. Anyway, but that her feet are, that's the footrest. For not the front axle. The instructions are wrong. Once again, justifying myself not to follow the instructions. Because they never know what they're talking about. You can never trust them books. And what was that? Was there anything else? Instructions are wrong.